welcome to We Are Podcast. This is episode 14, the only podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. My name is Matt.
And my name's Phil, the leader of the Overlord Tank Squad. Thanks for listening to the episode tonight. We're on episode 14.
And unfortunately, we have a very somber beginning to We Are Podcast. For a true icon, a legend, a guy we talked about on the show last week. And as I was editing last week, you sent me an unfortunate message.
Yep.
Well, not the original bad guy, but the bad guy that made it cool to like the bad guy. Rowdy Piper. Rowdy Piper, unfortunately, passed away. Yeah, I didn't hear this, but I heard this a couple days later, but on July 31st, 2015, Roderick Toombs, a.k.a. known as Rowdy Piper, unfortunately passed away in his sleep of a cardiac arrest.
Sad news.
Yeah. And, yeah, like I said, he wasn't the original bad guy, but he was definitely, like I said, the bad guy that made it cool to like the bad guy. Stone Cold Steve Austin before he was Stone Cold Steve Austin, or before there was a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He played a good bad guy.
Yeah. Obviously one of the greatest performers on the mic. Excellent talent in the ring. Definitely knew what the definition of sports entertainment was, because he was definitely always, even his worst matches, an entertaining romp. Because one of my favorite things he'd always do is he would punch you. Remember he'd give you the three little punches to the jaw, act like he's about to give you this. He'd wind up his fist like he's about to give you this big hurricane punch, but no, he just punch you in the jaw or poke you in the eyes. And I'm not 100% sure, but was he the first wrestler that had his own talk show, Piper's Pit? Was that the first one? I think it was.
Yeah. I think he was, yes.
Yeah, because that was obviously so successful. Vince McMahon thought, well, Piper's gone now, so we'll just put Edge on the mic.
Yep.
And there's a couple other people that did. Carlitos Cabana was one of them. And
the Cutting Edge.
The Cutting Edge.
Christian had the Peep Show.
Yeah, the Peep Show. That's the one I was trying to remember, because that one sucked. I thought I hated that one.
At the time, it was good.
Well, doesn't Roddy Piper didn't he show up at all of them at one point or another and slap them around?
Yep.
Because I remember he slapped the shit out of Carlito. That was pretty
That was
entertaining.
amazing. He should have, though.
Yeah.
Carlito was kind of, he was a little punked.
He didn't last too long, from what I remember. Only, 2-3 years, maybe, I think. Well, your whole gimmick is biting an apple and spit in people's faces. I guess you're going to kind of make a lot of enemies kind of fast.
Yeah, and him saying, that's not cool.
Like he's a Jersey douche, bro. That's not cool, brah.
Yeah.
What's up with them sandwiches? Beef sandwiches, bro? Got a little bit of jelly going on over here?
He got extra jelly.
But, I think, he came back a couple of times at Piper's Pit. Like we said, there's we gotta look this that Royal Rumble up one of these days and rewatch it. Someone's probably put it on YouTube. But it's pretty much the old man Royal Rumble, where Vince whipped out the retirement bus and brought it back all the way. Forgot to mention too, he's a 2000, I think it was 2005 Hall of Fame inductee. Yep. Yes, it was. And he ain't getting his shit taken away like like Hogan, right?
Heck no, he didn't.
If only Hogan could have died of a heart attack before he made none of his movies are good. Before he made any movie, yeah, like I said, he was obviously Vince McMahon obviously knew that he was one of the best people on the mic. That's probably why
he was.
gave him his own fake talk show, which would pretty much just everything. It would always end in a fight.
Yeah.
And they made the great idea of having him interview the people he was going to fight next week, so you could start, kind of start. Well, I don't know if that was because I'm pretty sure they've had good storylines with like that, but start shit. But and he's had lots of classic rivalries throughout the years. But one of my favorites was always with the Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, and
we would like to caution you about viewing this piece. It's not a pretty sight at all.
Pretty boy Vince.
Be forewarned. Let's take you now to the videotape. Very simple. All of a sudden, we got a bunch of people writing in. This guy here comes, I don't know, maybe comes sniveling to the people. Comes and crying, Roddy Piper didn't give me a chance to say nothing on the bit. Roddy Piper didn't give me a chance to do nothing. You want a chance? Everybody wants to be like Roddy Piper. You want a chance? You want a chance to say something about it? I'll tell you what, man. Here you go. Take the little microphone. There you go. There you go. Put it in the middle.
that's the other thing. Just talk shit. Just talking shit.
He was entertaining. He knew what people wanted to see.
Just threw a banana in his fucking
Yeah,
face.
that's hilarious.
He peeled a banana and threw it in his face. But
Oh, dink.
while he did that, he didn't notice the coconut in his hand. And that's a real coconut, man. I don't care if you cut that thing in half or not. Getting hit. Oh, now he's splitting the boots to him classically.
Yep.
Oh, force feeding him a banana.
He wasn't the same after that.
Like I said, man. You can only fake that so much. Don't need to watch the rest of that. It's literally just Piper slapping
Yeah.
him. It's literally just Piper slapping around and throwing more bananas at him. Yeah. Here's the one where he goes to Carlito's Cabana.
I more than anybody know how annoying Santino can be. Yes. Yes, I do.
Because he slapped the shit out of Santino
But
the
you
week before.
took it a little too far. Too far. That's exactly what I said, yes. Listen, Buckwheat.
Nah, because he's got a big old buff
My
head.
whole life, I've been taking it too far. If I was a normal guy, I might have just taken exception to the insult. Another guy might have turned the other cheek. Another guy may have insulted him back. But not me. I beat Mr. T. I beat Hulk Hogan. I beat cancer. And I am so sorry that I don't have the time to say nice to the Super Mario brother.
Like I said, just talk shit.
Apologize for not having the time to sit here and talk about it because my name ain't Dr. Phil. It's
Rowdy, Rowdy,
Piper!
And my way was with a slap.
Honestly, don't even know what to say right there.
No, you don't.
Well, that guy you slapped happens to be teaming with Carlito. And like I said before, he's a future tag team champion. And you know what? You're lucky Carlito wasn't there. Because I would have slapped you back.
Oh, yeah? You're lucky I didn't bring a seagull to beat you up and make a nest in that thing you call a hairdo.
Indian comes out.
I do kind of like seeing the T-Bone there. I think he's He's still wrestling?
He ain't been there lately.
Aw, I never got to buy my hand sock steak thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, he had a mohawk back there.
He's just becoming kind of popular for being goofy.
Carlito, please, you don't have to lay a hand on this man.
I'll ask the Carlito.
He's all mine.
That's true. And Primo.
Rodney the Piper.
Rodney the Piper.
You come out here and you tell everyone you're so tough. And you come out here and you say you did it your way. Well, when you did it your way, it took you 8 years to become Intercontinental Champion. I did that on my first
Tell me, you ain't racist at all, are they? So
No.
they have purely non-racial biased characters are well known for their love of homosexuals and women's rights.
So for you to slap me, that was a very embarrassing. Embarrassing!
What you need to do first of all is get a designated driver, baby. What are you saying, Martini?
Nothing. Enough of this! Carlito!
To arms.
Yeah, right. They wish.
Got who?
Cody
Oh,
Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. Why ain't he wearing makeup?
Gentlemen, please. This is not how you treat a legend, so why don't you back up, cool off,
He was a bad guy
so
then.
nobody gets hurt.
Heel, I think.
Nobody gets hurt.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so I
What are
don't
you
remember
doing here?
half
We
of
know
the
your
shit.
boyfriend Hardcore Holly's not here. So as a matter of fact, stay out of this, because you don't want none of this.
Actually, Carlito, I do. Because you're right. Hardcore Holly's not here tonight, but
I just happen to know two guys who are just dying to meet the hot rod. Yo, 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 yo.
Oh no.
God, no. Like I said, Phil, not racially biased, not racially motivated characterizations of people at all. Prime time.
They split up.
Liz still wrestling?
Nope.
I was about to say, I just remember
Maybe in the scrub leagues.
probably. But I just hated this gimmick.
It was bad.
Hulk Hogan liked it. He thought it was completely accurate.
Somebody liked it. They were buying their t-shirts.
And that was the end of that one. I can't remember, but I think they do eventually have a match sooner or later, and they beat the crap out of him. Yeah, I guess the way he got his start in wrestling was, this was back in the, I think the early 60s, back before McMahon took over everything.
60s.
Yeah, and he actually, Roddy Piper actually does know how to play the bagpipes. And he was doing some bagpipe playing at the same place where there was some wrestling shit going down. And I guess one of the wrestlers didn't show up, so they just was looking around. Well, we need someone to fill a match. Hey, you kid, you want to make an extra $20? Like, oh yeah, sure. So I guess he came out there, he wrestled in his kilt, and the referee or the announcer just looked at him and here's Rowdy Piper. And I guess that's how he got his start.
Just happened to be in the right place.
Right place, right time. And like I said, he was obviously an entertaining person on the mic. So they got him in his own movies eventually.
Heck yeah.
And we watched those in memorial for his passing. My favorite one, of course, the one we'll talk about first, I guess, is They Live. They actually call it an action comedy on the IMDb thing, but I was like, I thought it was more of a sci-fi movie, but whatever. But where Rowdy Piper plays a hobo just getting off the rails. He's able to find a construction job for like, what, 1 day?
At least.
1 or 2 days. And then he notices some shady shit's going down across the street from the construction site. And he's been scoping out the place, and they're making sunglasses for some reason. And eventually they throw out the sunglasses, so he steals them, because he's a hobo, I guess, because he got nothing else to do. Steals a pair, and he puts the glasses on, and he sees the world for what it truly is for the first time, and stunning black and white. Where you get to see all the subliminal messages and shit that are on things. Like he looks at what was it, Visit the Caribbean or something?
Yeah.
Billboard, and he looks at it with the glasses on, and it says, marry and procreate. And there's all kinds of news. He walks by a newsstand, those probably don't exist no more with tablets and everything.
Probably not.
But he walks by a newsstand, and it's saying, obey, buy, stay asleep, never question authority. And then he keeps looking around at people, and eventually he looks at a dude who doesn't look like a dude. He looks like a spoiled baloney with golf ball eyes. Right? That's kind of what they look like. I think they named the aliens in the movie, but I can't remember what they were. And he, of course, starts yelling like a drunken hobo, and that's what he looks like. He eventually gets the cops called on him, and the cops are these meatball or bologna rotten aliens. And he eventually ends up shooting them and finds out they can die like everyone else.
Yep.
So then he does the most rational thing you can do after you find out that your planet's pretty much been invaded and taken over already. You grab a bunch of guns and just start shooting people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah, makes sense. And where the classic one, yeah, because after he kills the two cops, remember he goes back to the car, he steals some more ammo and a shotgun.
Yep.
And then he dips into a building to think he's getting away, but I think it was a bank or something, and there's more baloney-faced aliens in there. And this is where the classic line that's been parodied from everything from Duke Nukem to any crappy action movie that you render for $5 probably, where I've come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Wow.
Alien gets shot in the back. That's the thing too, like, he's, as far as everyone knows, like, he's just shooting random people. They don't know that there's, he doesn't even try to explain, he's just like, fuck it, I got a gun, I don't know what that thing is.
Astounding. Something's going down.
Yeah.
Something's gonna die today.
And you have the most badass fight scene in an alleyway ever, where two dudes just beat the piss out of each other for almost 10 minutes. Yeah, but about all the things that are getting remade and rebooted and all that kind of crazy shit, you'd think that would be one, right?
It would be awesome.
Yeah, especially considering how the graphics really don't look, or the effects really don't look that bad, but some of those baloney faced Martians or whatever they are, you can kind of tell that they're talking through a map, like
You can see it around their mouth.
yeah, you can see it around their mouth, but you can tell they probably couldn't see shit in those fucking costumes. This is why you don't see that many action scenes with them in it.
I can't see. Again.
Like, how am I supposed to see a punch? I can't even see my hand. And plus, you could do it like, everyone's downloading this certain app and shit, and it's like, pulsing rays into your head saying obey and all that crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
And then one lone hobo puts on an aluminum foil hat one day and becomes the savior of humanity. But I can't remember which one he did first, They Live or the other sci-fi action classic they did. Hell Comes to Frogtown, which we actually played the trailer for last week, where humanity is once again nuked itself into oblivion, and only one that can the only one that can impregnate women is Sam Hell. Which, tell me that's not a 5-year-old writing an action script. Like, you could talk to a kid like, who's the main good guy who's a super badass? His name is Sam Hell, and his dick is the only one that works in the whole world, and everyone else sucks, and he's got a mullet.
He's like, I don't know, Sam Hell.
Sam Hell, he got a mullet? Yeah. Roddy Piper could have had quite a career shooting up dudes in rubber masks, couldn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Well, I guess he already did.
Good one.
Yeah, I guess they made all kinds of I guess they made a couple other Frogtown movies, but I never really. They don't have Roddy Piper in them, so I never cared to watch them.
That's true. First one was astounding. It was good. Well, they couldn't remake it after that. They couldn't do anything else with it because it was so good.
It's like Terminator. Well, Terminator had 2 good movies, I guess, but it's like Terminator where they just made a couple good. They made one good one and just kept trying to drag it out.
Yep.
No, come on, guys. Seriously, it'll work this time. No, this time we'll have Arnold Schwarzenegger for reals.
That'd be bold.
Have Roddy Piper fight Roddy Piper.
Yeah. Wow.
Clone Roddy
Crazy.
Piper. I'm sure if Vince McMahon could clone Roddy Piper and make him wrestle again, he probably would. So that's going to be the future of wrestling, clone wrestling. He's going to bring back everyone from the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He's going to clone everyone from the Hall of Fame and put them in a battle royal.
Well, speaking of something like that, that would be cool to have like you'd have like those virtual reality machines. You could sit there and practice Ric Flair's chop all day or Rowdy Piper's move. That'd be cool.
We put what you talking about? Where you put like a 3D helmet on and you're Roddy Piper and you're going.
Yeah.
You're simulating poking Jimmy Snuka in the eyes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You're talking shit to Andre the Giant, looking up, going, "Yeah, you big French motherfucker." You get rated for talking shit to people. It's like, "Yeah, you big French motherfucker." Whack. It's like Dance Dance Revolution. It's like, not cool, not cool. That was lame. Weak burn. You're losing them, man.
I smell steak. I smell steak.
Yeah, we watched the following WWE after they found, or the following Raw after they found out he was dead, and they did the 10 bell ring, and everyone's wearing the shirt. A couple of people wore the shirt during the whole show.
Yep.
They had a crappy little 5-minute music video montage for him, which they played twice, by the way, which kind of annoyed me. Because they kept saying, "Oh, we're going to have another tribute to Roddy Piper coming up soon," and I thought it was like, oh, it's going to be a different one than that. Exactly the one played it twice.
Cheaped us out.
Airtime, right, Phil?
Yeah, they cheaped us out.
Filling up airtime, son. Filling up airtime. So we just wanted to dedicate this podcast to the memory of Rowdy Piper, one of my personal favorite wrestlers of all time. So let us crack one open for the Rowdy One. To him. Clang.
The Rowdy One.
Clang. We're using aluminum can so you can't hear that. Thank you for many years of entertainment. And hopefully there's plenty of bubblegum in heaven.
Pretty sure there is.
There's plenty of whatever keeps them happy.
And thank you, the Rowdy One, a.k.a. the bad guy.
Not the original, but the best. I guess I kind of want to talk some wrestling now, too. Still don't like Corporate Kane. Haven't seen him in the last 2 weeks. What happened to him?
I haven't seen him since,
Oh, right.
I haven't seen him since his ankle got smashed on the steps, remember?
Right, you showed me that now. Now I remember, yeah. He went up to go try to fuck up Brock Lesnar for some reason.
Yep.
Trying to protect, what's his name?
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. Yeah, he sucks. They're trying to hype him right now. I don't really care for him.
Yeah, he's boring.
Just to want to be Randy Orton.
Yeah, he's boring.
Except for Randy Orton's cool.
He can't win nothing without any type of help anyways, so far.
Well, NWO made that a staple, dude. Like,
That is true.
Hogan went for like, what, probably a good 2-3 years without winning a match without cheating.
That's
When he
true.
was Hollywood Hulk Hogan, I think.
NWO was awesome.
They're still trying to recreate it to this day. The Shield, Nexus. TNA had that fake biker gang.
Oh,
Was it
yeah.
8 Balls or whatever?
The Aces and Eights.
Aces and Eights, yeah. They were like, NWO always rules. Sons of Anarchy's popular right now.
Yep.
But they broke that up a while ago. Do you even watch TNA anymore? I quit watching that a long time ago.
Well, actually, I have to find it now. Basically, it's on a.
Oh, it's not on Spike no more?
They got their own private little network now. It's on America something. I can't remember the channel. Something America.
So it's not on Spike TV no more?
Right. It's not on Spike TV.
Also, McMahon's just like, once again, my money wad says.
Yep. Speaking of the cool thing about TNA though is every couple weeks, or I don't know if it's maybe weeks or months, they'll actually change the size of the ring. Like they've gone from the 4-corner ring, and the next
To
time,
that square, to the octagon one?
they'll have like an octagon ring. And it's pretty freaking cool.
Well, the octagon one was the one they started off with. They just went to the square one for some reason. Probably because there's a bunch of old-timey wrestlers coming in going, right over in 6 corners? What?
What's that?
My heart. My cardiac arrest. Oh, Phil. I just thought it was something fucked up. The scene from Pulp Fiction. It's like, you got to jab the bitch in the heart.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was brutal.
Except for if you did it to Roddy Piper, he would have popped up and went, ah! Boink! Poked you right in the eyes. Yes, I didn't see this, but that's Seth Rollins, right?
Yeah.
Jacked up John Cena's nose.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh man, they showed that his nose he's got an Owen Wilson now.
Worse than an Owen Wilson.
Because what was that? What was that pay-per-view? It was at a pay-per-view. What's his name? Rollins. Remember he jumped up and he went. Does he do that regularly? This is like the flying knee part of his repertoire?
I don't know.
Because I've never seen him use it before.
To tell you the truth, I'm not quite sure what happened right there.
Well, what it looked like, what they showed is they're in like a grapple stage, and Seth Rollins jumps up in the air and like knees him in the nose. And I've never seen him do that before. That's not like part of his repertoire.
Yeah, it looked like a blatant knee to me, like it
Yeah,
was on purpose.
like he threw in a potato, but with a knee, you know. A potato, for those that don't know, is a wrestling term. Is when a wrestler's mad at you and he punches you for real during a match. Because their fists are big like potatoes. So because that's what I kind of think too. Because John Cena ain't really. I don't know about it in the behind the stages, but the fans don't really seem to like him, even though he's the one that makes the most money for some reason.
That's true.
Because you're always hearing a bunch of people, fuck you, Cena.
Or the crowd will go during the match, let's go Cena. And the other side will go, Cena sucks.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Does a lot of charity work with kids, though, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, he's always been the cash cow.
He's the first person other than the Flintstones to promote Fruity Pebbles.
People are just jealous.
People jelly.
Yep, he's the cash cow, and they're jelly about it. They got double jelly.
Sandwiches, bro. Well, remember he started off as a wigger white boy rapper that everyone hated and beat up.
Bad guy.
Yeah. What was it? Didn't Eddie Guerrero challenge him to a Mexican street fight or something where they just circled them with lowriders and they beat the crap out of each other like a crappy movie? And I think
so.
Yeah, I didn't see an FU him out to the hood of a crappy lowrider.
Yep.
Wrestling. But they done shit like that before. I remember we were watching we were watching some stuff on YouTube, like some of the weirdest things in wrestling. Like the Big Show, or well, he wasn't the Big Show at the time. The Giants' first match was technically him driving a monster truck, fighting Hulk Hogan monster truck in a sumo monster truck match, where they're trying to push each other out of a fucking ring on top of a roof for some reason.
Nah.
I thought I remember when the Big Show first came out, but I don't remember that shit.
That's dumb.
I keep calling him the Big Show even though he was technically the Giant at the time. But remember they even tried to say he was like Andre the Giant's nephew or some stupid shit.
They tried to say he was his son at first.
Yeah. And even he admits that he didn't like that and he didn't think it was a good idea.
Yep.
Which it's not. You know? Andre the Giant, one of the most legendary wrestlers of all time, and he's gonna lie and say that he's someone's not good.
Well, they were trying to set up a story for it.
With
it didn't work out.
Because wasn't the Giant coming to WCW one of the big guys that was like fighting the NWO at the time? No, he eventually joined the NWO. What am I talking about? I don't remember that. But technically didn't everyone join the NWO or the Wolfpack at one point or another?
Yep.
Even Sting did. He's still wrestling on DNA? Or is he finally gave up?
No, he left. He dipped out of TNA, and then he had that last match. I think it was Triple H.
I don't know. I watched all the We Be Bears or We Are Bears or whatever. You watched one or two of them. That's the other thing too. It's meh. It's nothing really that to talk about.
It's not spectacular.
It's not horrible like Teen Titans Go, where it makes me cringe when I watch it. At least, I guess that's the best thing I can say about it. Yeah, it made me laugh a couple times. I'm like, our calzones are legit. The food truck episode, that's the one that reminds me of you, Phil.
Heck yeah.
Because you do that same thing.
Would be me too.
Yeah. What? Ramen. But Phil, ramen tacos, come on, man.
I forgot about that, but yeah, that's
It's dry noodle and grease meat. Oh, it's something appetizing at all, does it? Although I bet if we look on the internet, there probably is a recipe for ramen tacos, aren't there?
probably.
Maybe if we fried them, fried the noodles and made it into a tortilla shell, kind of. But the problem is there's holes in it that bleed grease.
That's true.
And that's the other thing that made me... I'm just terrified of bears, I think, really. Even cartoon bears, apparently. Because they have one episode where they're playing basketball, and I'm like, yeah, get away from them! They're gonna maul your face!
It's true.
They're gonna eat you! Like, why would you fuck with a bear, man? It's like...
Crap.
You know, like some people go out hunting bears and shit. Why? That thing's hand is 3 times the size of your face. Can you not do math?
It's true.
And plus the one thing I always say, like, well, they got a gun. Well, what if I shoot it, it doesn't go down the first shot? I'm probably going to freak out, then that gives them enough time to run up on me.
One good swipe will take your face off. goes your face.
They call him Man Who Fucked with Grizzly. Why is that? He have no face. But that's the other thing too. Kind of seems like regular shows kind of becoming the template. Or no, I guess Adventure Time did it for first. You know, the two best friends.
Yeah.
Even though there's three in this one, that makes it different. And I guess they're technically brothers. I don't know. There's three different types of bears, but they call each other brother. I don't know. Because they got no one else in the world, Phil, right?
Right.
They got nowhere else to go. And $20 says Teen Titans Go outlast it still.
Of course it's going to.
Wouldn't that be weird if that's like the next Simpsons? Like it's on for like 22 years or something like that. Like I'm going to be on my deathbed. It's like a new episode of Teen Titans Go. That's it, I'm checking out. I'm shedding this mortal coil. You can become like an old crazy cat lady podcast. Cats, they're awesome. The government's in my brain. Aluminum foil, only way. What's up with crazy people in aluminum foil?
I don't know.
What's up with aluminum foil blocking the radiation from my brain? Yeah, we obviously Fallout 3. I didn't like New Vegas. Sucks. But I guess to celebrate Fallout 4 eventually coming out whenever it does, Bethesda is releasing the Fallout anthology, which is 1, 2, 3, and all the DLCs for it.
Oh, dang.
Onto the PC, and look at the little collector's edition case it comes in. Little, see it there?
Oh,
That's
it's
mini nuke.
Yep, it's a mini nuke. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and it comes with all the discs that you can store in there, like a little storage container, I guess.
See that.
Instead of a case, you get that.
Man, it's freaking cool.
Yeah. And it's like I said, 1, 2. I never played 1 or 2, but I guess those are like different types of games than Fallout 3. Because like Fallout 3 is like a first-person RPG. This is like a Diablo kind of game.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
kind of like Diablo. Yeah.
You ever played 1 or 2?
I played like maybe one part of them, and that was I didn't know how to play it. Basically, I couldn't figure out how to do it because it was from a PC at the time.
Yeah. Wasn't no internet back then. No
Yeah.
internet strategy guys back then. But yeah, you can pre-order it now for $50 off Amazon. It comes out September 29th. And that's a pretty good deal, I think. Unfortunately, my computer is nowhere near capable. It might be able to run 1 or 2, but I don't think it's capable of running 3, unfortunately. But that'd be cool to have a little. What's that on your shelf? Mini nuke?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because for the less than the price of one of them brand new, you can get all 3 and a bunch of DLC. And when Fallout 4 comes out too, it's gonna have like 1,000 DLCs, just like everything nowadays. You can't just release the game, finish and complete. You gotta release the game, release the patch, release the DLC, release the other 3 or 4 DLCs, then release the collector's edition, and then release the HD remake a year after that, where it's been up-resed. If they were going to do something like that for like a collector's edition of the Elder Scrolls, what do you think kind of case should it be? Like a treasure case? That's kind of lame though. It's just a treasure box, but it would have all the Elder Scroll games in it. Dragon Skull. Even though you only fight dragons in Skyrim. Right, you open its mouth and all the discs are in it.
We have a special case of the beginning of the Elder Scrolls 3, where they show that weird symbol. It'd be sweet to have a case like that.
Yeah, make that into a case.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd make it metal. It'd be sweet to have like a metal type case made of that or something.
I don't know. It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure that bomb's probably plastic. Well, I did notice that a couple times using GPS. They'll send you down back streets for something crazy sometimes. Like the GPS and the gas companies
I've seen it before.
Yeah, well, say like the GPS and the gas companies are connected or something. They're like, send him the long way.
Yeah.
Sending him the long way. What? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Marv, go start again.
They send you on one route, but 6 or 7 roads connect to the same road you're on, basically.
Yeah, because I took someone yard sale once, and there's this one main street where I go down, where, yeah, I could have followed that down to this one street, avoided these 3 other streets you took me to, took this one, and then took all those other side streets I had to go down. Ugh.
And the problem, you're on one street and like 6 other streets are connected to it.
Oh, yeah. Because apparently the person that designed those street patterns is a schizophrenic. I don't know, is there any, other than any kind of like major superhero movie that we'll talk about eventually, is there any kind of movie you're looking forward to that's coming out?
Not really.
Yeah, I was about to say, there ain't really shit in it, is there?
Junk.
I have no interest in seeing Terminator, whatever the hell they're on now.
Well, we already know that bombed.
Yeah.
And I thought it looked horrible anyway, so I wasn't interested in seeing it at all.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any. Because I guess that's the one thing about all the superhero movies coming out, because before that, we would go to the movies like, what, maybe every 2-3 years?
Yeah.
Now we're going maybe 2 or 3 times. Yeah, 2 or 3 times a year now. Been burned on one too many Jason Statham movies, so.
Yeah, that's true. Damn killer elite.
I know, that movie sold itself as an action film, and then you're like, oh, it's a spy thriller. Aww.
Yeah, it's like lame.
You lied to me. You lied to me, trailer. Speaking of lying to you, the new Fantastic Four reboot comes out Friday, and there's some people, we're not media screen worthy yet, I guess, already starting to get a look at it, and not looking good from what I'm understanding.
Looking bad already then? Dang.
Well, it's been looking bad since the beginning, remember?
Yeah, I know.
None
of them have been good.
Yeah, none of the Fantastic Four movies were good to begin with. And the only reason why they're doing this one is to keep the rights to the characters anyways.
Yep.
So, plus there's been, directors have been fired, recasting, rewriting, scenes reshot. Like, I haven't seen the movie yet myself, but people are saying that there's some scenes where the lady that's the invisible woman, like, she'll have a haircut in one scene, they'll cut away to something, even though it's technically still the same scene, they'll cut back to her and she'll have a different haircut. Like, you can tell she clearly came in a different day and shot that scene, And the thing ain't got no dick, man.
Yeah, I know.
Got no dick. Like, that's something the trailers have ruined, I guess. Like, they should have kept that in for the movie. Because that's one thing that, like, fans have always questioned and wondered and had many discussion about. Does the thing have a dick? Is it a rock dick? If he gets aroused, does it pop out like a turtle head? Or some of the theories. And even in Mallrats, Brody had to ask Stan Lee about it. And even Stan Lee was like, well, that's something we don't really talk about. But this movie's like, no, fuck it. Ken doll. And even, that's the other thing that's bothering me too. Like, even if you don't have a dick, you still wear pants.
Yeah.
What's making? I understand he technically doesn't have to wear pants because there's nothing to censor there, but still, it's distracting as hell.
It is.
Like, and that could have been like one of the diversionary tactics. Dr. Doom's lighting shit up. Hey, Doom, look over here. Rips his pants off. Holy fuck, Ben, you got no dick. Punch.
Sucker punch.
It's clobbering time, huh? Or Dr. Doom's just like, you know what? I'm done trying to take over the world for the day. I gotta go rethink some things. Sorry, man. walks away all quiet and shit.
Or special town meeting in Latveria, gotta go.
he's like, people of Latveria, I've met a truly sad soul. He has no genitalia. So how's he supposed to jack him in San Diego if he has no dick?
That's true.
And that's the other thing too. I like the Fantastic Four well enough. Not a huge fan though. I like a lot of the Fantastic Four's concepts more than I like the actual stories. You know, like Galactus, the Silver Surfer, the Negative Zone. Which I guess in this version, you know, because originally the Fantastic Four were racing the commies to the moon, and they got blasted by space radiation and then got turned into monsters. I guess in this version they're going to teleport to a different universe or different dimension or some shit, which I guess would be the Negative Zone, and then they get exposed to radiation and gain superpowers. Completely different. It's not outer space rays, it's a different dimension rays, right?
Yep.
That's the one thing too, though. Like they showed in the trailer, like they transport them. Like, did they do a test first? For, like, did you test that on a monkey first or something? Cause I don't know. That seems kind of iffy. Like, is Bobo, the space chimp, gonna do this? Or at least throw a I know it's a different dimension, so you might not get the signal, but at least throw a camera in there first or something, right?
Yeah.
See if you can get some pictures back, because it's like, fuck, for all you know, you could fucking teleport to a different dimension and Slender Man's standing there waiting for you or something, you know?
That's true.
Freddy's there, diddling his fingers like, welcome to my world, bitch.
Claws. My claws.
Or no, even worse is you teleport to a different dimension, it's all black, you open the portal, you take 2 steps, and then all of a sudden a light turns on, it's Pinhead from Hellraiser, and he's like, I have such sights to show you. Chains.
That'd be scary.
Yeah, and plus why do you want to travel to a different dimension anyways? Except for in comic books where you meet alternate versions of yourself. Every other story that tells that you always end up in a bad dimension, you know?
Yeah.
Except for remember that game Brutal Legend?
Yeah.
Where Jack Black's a roadie for some stupid band.
Yep.
And he might have died and went to a different dimension. And someone asked him, are you even going to look for a way back to your home dimension? Nah, that place kind of sucked. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing that sucks most about the Fantastic Four. It's 20th Century Fox that owns the rights. They keep that, the X-Men, they ain't never letting them go.
I know.
Sony was able to work out a deal, so maybe one day we'll get lucky. But they just keep remaking the movies so they can keep the rights.
Yep.
And unfortunately, Dr. Doom showed up as a Fantastic Four villain originally, so they get the rights to him too. I just want to see a Doom versus Avengers movie before I die.
Yep. That'd be
Astonishing.
That'd be good.
Amazing. Yeah, because he's, like I said, if you're in the Marvel universe, sooner or later you're gonna meet Spider-Man and you're gonna fight Dr. Doom. That's just 2 things that happen.
Yep.
Even I don't think Godzilla fought Dr. Doom, but he fought Spider-Man once too. I want to see Doom versus Godzilla now, though.
Yep.
That was sweet. I guess if you wanted to get technical, you could go in and like digitally edit it out, Ultron, and put in Doom and a bunch of Doom bots. Yeah, to switch it up to a movie that I'm actually interested in seeing is Fox fucked up royally on Deadpool, on X-Men Wolverine Origins.
Oh yeah.
Sewing his mouth shut. They even made a joke about that.
Everybody's been talking about that too forever. So because it was so bad.
It was so bad that they retconned it out of continuity. Like the last X-Men movie. Like, that shit didn't happen. But I have it on DVD. No, it didn't! But yeah, now that I have video proof it finally does exist, I guess they are finally making a Deadpool movie after 8 years of talking about it, probably, almost.
About 8 years, yes.
Yeah. So, like I said, they released that teaser trailer with Ryan Reynolds before this, and here's the Red Band. Because I keep Red Band, Red Dawn, Red Band trailer.
I love you, Wade Wilson. We can fight this.
You're right. Cancer's only my liver, lungs, prostate, and brain. All things I can live without. What if I told you we can make you better? You're a fighter. We can give you abilities most men only dream of. Make you a superhero. You just promise you'll do right by me, so I can do right by someone else. And please don't make the super suit green or animated. One thing that never survives
Not making fun of you,
is a sense of
She'll
humor.
get dunked in the pool
We'll see
clean.
about that, Pop Spicy. Oh, come on. You gonna leave me all alone here with less angry Rosie O'Donnell? Hey, yeah, I wanna shoot, baby.
In your stack, especially in the back, brother. Wanna take your mother for a butt like that. You're a stranger.
Do that? I would. Alright.
I wanna know how does it change? Straight up, wait up, hold up.
Test footage remade, very much.
Wait! You may be wondering why the red suit. Well, that's so bad guys can't see me bleed. This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
Yeah.
Daddy needs to express some rage.
Suck my guns.
Washish.
It reeks like old lady pants in here.
Sounds like you have a dick in your mouth.
Oh, motherfucker, you are hard to look at.
Like a testicle with teeth.
You look like Freddy Krueger face fucked a topographical map of Utah.
Exactly. Sam, down. Won't be the one that not gonna be free. The whole team came out to play. Stay out the way.
That was extreme.
I'm touching myself tonight.
Then it's gonna abuse random animal.
You look like an avocado had sex with an older avocado.
Thank you.
Exhibit found more work.
For those DMX.
It might have been DMX.
Or what?
Probably. I thought it was Exhibit at first.
Yeah, but coming out in February or next year, almost here, so
Heck yeah.
counting down the days. Then they showed Weasel, Blind Al, a couple people from the comics that are kind of like his only friends.
Oh crap.
Still spilling beer.
Wasn't
Still-
that much.
Still spilling beer. But yeah, like I said, it looks like from this they're totally ignoring X-Men Origins, which is probably a good idea.
It was.
But in the comics originally, well, pretty much in every version of Deadpool story is, like they said, he has inoperable cancer. You know, this one he's cancered up. Like usually they say it's brain cancer. He's got fucking everything cancer.
Yeah.
You got pinky toe cancer, man. It's so bad. But yeah, he pretty much the Weapon X program comes to him, and considering they own the rights to the X-Men movies too, so that'd be cool if Hugh Jackman showed up in this, maybe.
Yeah.
Because Deadpool Wolverine fights are always one of my favorite things. But yeah, he's all, like I said, he's all cancered up. They say they're gonna give him Wolverines. Well, they didn't tell him it's Wolverines, but they tell him they're gonna give him a healing factor that will supposedly get rid of his cancer. And Weapon X kind of sucks at their job.
Yeah.
And he's just, they haven't drawn all. They used to draw him in like two different ways. Like back in the '90s is the version I like, because the way they explain it is he still technically has cancer, but the healing factor kind of counteracts it. But because of that, he's all covered in. He's like a giant tumor.
Yeah.
Like he's all covered in tumors, like lumps all over his body and shit. Or like the trailer, like you see here, he's just kind of burnt and fucked up looking when you say look like Freddy Krueger face fucked map of Colorado or whatever, But then goes on they have crazy adventures. But I don't know, Ryan Reynolds, he's hoping this hits off. He's like, I need the work. Because he even made fun of his Green Lantern thing. He's like, just don't make my super suit green or animated. Trust me, it didn't work out last time. And what was that movie that just came out? Elysium or whatever? He just had some movies just bombed hard where old man puts his brain into Ryan Reynolds' body. And it made no money. And then
the Young Limitless one.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it though.
And he had the R.I.P.D., which I didn't see that.
I like that one.
I didn't see it, but it
was okay.
Oh, dude, it came and went out of theaters quick. It bombed hard.
I know.
Like I said, he definitely needs to. He's like, please, I need this to be good. Maybe that's why he took 8 years to make, because he was like, no, trust me, my career's hanging on this. Go back and do it right. And even though that what the hell is it? X-Men Origin, Wolverine X-Men Origin. That's another thing. That fucking title's too goddamn long. Wolverine X-Men Origins Wolverine or whatever.
Yeah.
That movie kind of blew up Deadpool's character, because even for the longest time, even in the comics, he wasn't really that popular of a character. And then for some reason, people are like, oh, you fucked it up. And then that made people interested in him and started reading about him, I guess. So the movies, in a way, ruined his career and launched his career at the same time. So maybe that's what Ryan Reynolds is hoping will happen with him. Or those stupid movies where he's in college for like 100 years.
Van Wilder?
Yeah, Van Wilder. Phil, those Van Wilder movies suck so bad that he got replaced twice by a different dude and
I saw it.
And his sidekick. Phil, you know it's bad when your sidekick takes over the movie franchise, right? President song and Phil, there's not that much good Scottish music. I think Roddy Piper's theme song's the only one.
That's true. Can we use Hogan's old one? I don't know if we can.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. You know, he's a man's man, a real man's man, he's an American man. I like that one, but I don't think we can use it.
Yeah. He doesn't like black people. Fucking his daughter doesn't like black people. Diddling his daughter.
Matt was probably thinking about that all day, though.
What?
Now listen, racially challenged brother.
Oh, what you said earlier, yeah. Oprah was like, now listen, racially challenged brother.
Yeah.
And the Aryan nation, you will be a well-valued soldier.
Freaking hilarious. But wrong.
Wrong.
I know.
So you wrong.
I'm gonna go put it on his Twitter. I'm just kidding.
I would hate to be Hulk
I
Hogan's.
don't even have a Twitter.
I was about to say, I would hate to be Hulk Hogan's Twitter right now. It's like, you're racist. You're racist.
Yeah, a lot of people are yelling at him, I guess.
Even Suge Knight from jail's like, you motherfucker, you're dead. And with that, this will be the end of We Are Podcast, episode 14, the only podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. You can follow us at SoundCloud, like, favorite and subscribe to us on YouTube. You can also send us a question, comment, or email at just the letter R, podcast@gmail.com. My name is Matt.
And my name's Phil, the leader of the Overlord Tank Squad. Thank you for being here tonight for the episode.
And with that being said, we'll send our final farewells and adieus to the Rowdy One himself, the true icon, the legend, the baddest of the bad guys. R.I.P. Rest in peace, and our condolences to his friends and family. Thank you. Thank you, and good night.